What stuck out to you about those young quarterbacks and even Heinrich is working with them as you work through things this spring?
Yeah, I think they all look really good. I think, especially compared to last spring, I think we're miles ahead of where we were last spring, and I think uh, Coach GT is doing a good job with them working out and all that stuff, and especially like just like the little stuff, like even the quarterbacks are learning like about the protections and stuff. So I think that's like taking a big jump from last spring to this spring. I think it's going good.
For you personally, what can one more year of college football do for you?
I think it can do a lot. I think there's so much to build off of from last year, and I think that I'm just trying to work on my game, work on my weaknesses, and just like everyone else, just get one better every day.
Now that you're kind of a few months behind you, what did you learn in your first year in the Big Ten? Like, how was it different, if at all, from the Pac-12?
Coach Raiola teaches O-line a lot different than everyone else. I played for multiple O-line coaches, and I think Coach Raiola teaches it the right way, and it was a little difficult to get used to, and I think now that I'm really bought into it and really focusing on like what I need to work on, and he's doing a great job of helping me out and showing me like what I need to work on and what I need to focus on, and I think it's doing good that I'm focusing on it now in the spring, and once fall rolls around, I'll be good to go.
What part of his way that he teaches it made it difficult for you to transition into this?
He was a center himself, and he really puts a lot in the centers to make the points, make the calls, and seeing the defense. He calls it the sixth sense, and I think it's good that like we're going against our defense, and you have to see a lot to go against our defense, and they're always running games, and Coach T. White's always trying to figure out ways to attack an offense. So I think it's good to focus on that, and the technique is. His technique is a lot different than a lot of coaches teach, so I think that's good for us to focus on and get better at.
How do you see it when transfers come in, like Micah? Is it an adjustment? You can tell it's an adjustment for them, too, to learn this style.
I mean, it's an adjustment for sure, but it's like once it clicks, like you can tell that Micah, like he's buying into it, and you can see like when Coach Raiola is teaching him a technique, like when it clicks, he's like, oh, that makes so much sense, and he's like, then he goes out there and dominates, and it's just like you just got to get it to click, and then we're going out there balling.
What about these young quarterbacks? I mean, you're a 6th year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just having guys that should still be in high school leading your huddle. What's that been like for you and the offensive linemen who are a lot of veterans on this team?
I think they're doing a great job preparing every practice and going in the film room, and we're not treating them like freshmen. I mean, they're in college now. Like, you have to be treated like everyone else. We're just holding everyone to a standard, and I think they're doing a great job. All three of them are out there, and they're controlling the offense. And a lot of us veteran guys are trying to help out, like with the procedure stuff and all that. So I think we're just going out there and doing a great job.
Speaking of veteran guys helping Turner, he can't be out there right now, but how have you seen him be this like player coach, especially for the young guys?
Oh, it's nice, especially with the early enrollees coming in. He's always helping out. He's watching the tackles' feet and their punch and all that, and he's really keen on like the little details for them, which helps out a lot. Like instead of like waiting for like the film room sessions after practice, he can coach it right then and there, so they can go in the next drill and work on that too. So I think it helps out a lot having those guys back there, coaching the guys as it's happening.
You and Bryce both having decisions to make after last season about whether you would come back for another senior year. Did you guys communicate at all? I mean, did his decision factor at all in you wanting to be a part of this again?
Oh, most definitely. A lot of those guys, like, we would talk to each other, and it's like we were building so much last season, and now like we just have to build on it even more. It's like with all those guys coming back, I think we have a lot to work with, and I think the sky's the limit for us.
Do you feel those kind of second-year guys in the program who were true freshmen last year in your room starting to push and, add to that depth that you want?
Yeah, I think it's great having them, especially like the guys that came in the fall last year. It's their first spring ball, but they've already went through the season. So, seeing them take that jump is tremendous, especially having Sam Sledge behind me. He's always working, trying to do like center stuff, and we're always working on like snaps and like our steps and stuff. So it's really good.
Sam, you know, like, since you're at the same spot as him, what kind of jumps out traits wise with him?
Oh, you know, he's a smart guy, and he can get ferocious, you know, and like you like that about a guy when he like flips that switch and he goes out there and puts someone on their back. You know, like, you like to see that.
What have you seen from somebody like Justin Evans, who, you know, plays a little guard, can go at center? Just what have you kind of seen from him this spring?
Yeah, you know, mentally that's hard to go from guard to center. Like, it kind of screws up your mind a little bit, but it's good that he can be versatile and guard and center, and you know, he goes out there and does his thing. You know, you've seen him go in the games, and it's like having him missed a beat. So having a guy like that can go in there and play good, you know, you always love that.
Anything else for Ben? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.